Thank you, Jeanette. I want to thank Colin Summerall for nominating me for this prestigious award and the wonderful people who wrote letters of support of the nomination. It's fantastic that the Paleontological Society is awarding me this great honor. I had an enormous amount of help over the decades from friends and colleagues who made this possible. Since many of you won't recognize the names, I will go into more detail in my written acceptance. In 1993, I founded the Kentucky Paleontological Society. Like many similar organizations, we have done a number of public outreach activities. We have monthly lectures on paleontology and have a field trip every month. I put on fossil displays at science fairs and regional libraries and give talks to school groups. Since Kentucky lacks a natural history museum, I've supported the Cincinnati Museum Center whenever possible and donated numerous specimens. These findings have resulted in several publications that possibly inspired Colin's nomination. Additionally, I've taught geology and dinosaur classes part-time at community colleges. Looking back at previous Strimple awardees, these types of activities appear to be basic for being nominated for the award. However, early in my undergraduate career, I became aware that science does not exist in a vacuum. Our culture has an unfortunate streak of anti-intellectualism, and science is often the target of movements that disagree with its findings. Besides generating new ideas, scientists have an obligation to be part of the culture they live in. Thus, since the 1980s, when creationists attempted to get equal time in my hometown of Lexington, Kentucky schools, I've been opposing creationism. By 2013, I was co-founder of Kentuckians for Science Education, a group that supported the implementation of the next generation science standards into Kentucky schools. These standards engendered much opposition, mostly from creationists and climate change deniers who have considerable political backing in the state. The hearings for the standards were a circus, but we eventually prevailed and Kentucky science education is much improved. The next generation science standards come up for review later this year, and at least one state senator on the education committee has voiced opposition to the standards. This individual also has proposed anti-vaccination and anti-mask legislation. We have a very tough battle ahead. Kentucky is a beautiful place with many positive aspects that are well known, especially our bourbon and racehorses. Alas, our colleges are known for athletics rather than their often excellent academics. Unfortunately, Kentucky is also known for being the site of two state-of-the-art creationist museums, both run by the same ministry. The Creation Museum opened in 2007. It depicts dinosaurs in the Garden of Eden and dinosaurs as being responsible for medieval fire-breathing dragon legends. I've been involved in many disputes over the influence this organization and the museum has in the state. One important dispute was when the Kentucky Tourism Commission granted $18.25 million in tax incentives so the Ark Encounter, basically a second creation museum, could be built. Although the Ark discriminates in hiring based on religion, sexuality, and other criteria, they eventually won the state government tax incentives. They also received numerous local tax breaks, land, cash, and a $62 million bond sponsorship from the adjacent small town. Even though they eventually won, I did what I could. The Ark has displays depicting dinosaurs, giants, and humans in a three-way death match. They also have an arcload of misinformation about geology, paleontology, climate change, and other scientific and historical subjects in the Ark-shaped building. My activities led to my being a major participant in the documentary We Believe in Dinosaurs, which aired on PBS in early 2020 and which is now available in numerous formats. As paleontologists and earth scientists, we have an obligation not only to do research, but to go outside of that and teach everyone about our science and what constitutes science. Sometimes we must force ourselves to be activists. We can also lead by example and demonstrate the values that all people should share. This last year and a half of the coronavirus pandemic is a powerful reminder of the importance of public understanding of scientific thought. Paleontology should be at least one gateway to understanding how science works. I wish to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation for this award. This is a fantastic honor. Thank you very much.